After the visit to my neurologist, I finally realized that I was in the middle of experiencing burnout, and I knew things are not going to get better unless I quit. So I told people about my plan, but so many people told me not to quit my job. Even the guy on my Google search on YouTube, they told me not to quit my job. The reason is because I am not going to get any help from the government. However, I knew that it was time for me to choose myself. Hi everyone, it's Findri. Welcome back to my burnout story. In my last episode, I explained about the rest of the build-ups that eventually led me to my decision to quit my job. And in this episode, I would like to talk about something that weighed a lot in my head back then. It was because people told me that I'm not gonna get any help from the government because I quit the job. Here in Germany, the rule is if you quit the job on your term, you are going to get some sort of block time. So you're not going to get the unemployment benefit from the government, which frankly, I have never received that. So I had no idea. But when I asked people around and Googling, watching some YouTube videos, how should I proceed with my case? The advice was the same. Do not quit, do not quit, and do not quit. Even one of the guy that I found on YouTube even advised to kind of make a case so that the employer will have to pay me some certain amount of money, which is when you think about monetary perspective, it could be awesome. But I didn't have the energy to do that. I just want to escape. I just want to save myself. I just want to be done with the toxic environment. So, no, I didn't listen to all those advice, even though I didn't have any financial backup. And I'm not a person who is good with managing money. So, no, I literally had no backup plan. My situation pushed me to make that tough decision, which I do not regret. However, I think I would have done that differently in a way of I think I would have prepared a backup plan even long before this thing happening. And this is the crucial thing that I would like to share with you. The thing is, it's true that I quit the job on my term. It's my decision to quit. But in my case, my doctor, my neurologist, already stated that basically my situation is not gonna get better because of the work environment I was in. I suffer from chronic migraine since 2017, and along the way, my neurologist and I already identified the trigger points for me that cause my migraine to worsen. One is weather changes, which I could not really control. And second is stress. Mostly it's because of emotional stress. I'm okay with working a lot because I love my job. I love what I do as an entrepreneur too. But when it comes to emotional stress, I'm very sensitive. And the thing is, my neurologist knew the pattern because my migraine worsen over time after since I explained her that I have a lot of stress at work, not only the workload itself, but also with all this drama, changing manager multiple times. Nobody heard me when I asked for help. All of this, it really adds up to my migraine contribution. So in my case, I was lucky that I have a doctor who can give a reasoning that this resignation is because of health issues. Of course, my decision to quit was not easy. I was thinking about what my doctor said to me that things are not going to get anywhere. Don't you want to find a new job? Hinting that, don't you want to quit? But the thing is, I was already in like interviews and I knew I wasn't okay mentally, physically, emotionally. So it was not a good idea to jump from one job to another job. So it was the time to take a break. I need to just take care of myself. And again, like I said, I was lucky to have my neurologist because she can give the reasoning. So after I decided, I informed HR and HR reached out to me. We had conversation and they advised me to just take some sick leave, maybe for 4 weeks, and then come back and we can talk about it. For me, it was not an option because my situation was already worsened in a way of my body already reacting that I didn't want to be in that place. So I wanted to escape, like physically escaping the workplace and mentally escaping anything that has to do with work. So taking just sick leave for a few weeks, which is actually it's possible in Germany. So you can just ask your doctor for 2 weeks of sick leave, and then you can just renew your sick leave again and again. For me, if I do that, emotionally and mentally, I still have a connection to this toxic environment. And I already felt that I have to escape and save myself because of many reasons that I felt. And I already told you that I didn't feel safe anymore in that environment. So for me, that was not an option. I just wanted to have a clean cut. I don't want to have anything to do with the company anymore. I just want this to end. That was the situation that I explained to HR. They understand. They supported my decision. Of course, they should. In fact, that nobody from the company gave me a counter offer or something. It was just basically, okay, bah, bitch. That's the case. The reaction from my colleague was, of course, they are sad, but at the same time, they kind of knew it was about time because what happened to me was also happening to them. Of course, like the reasons could be different, but we were in the same environment. So, yeah, what I can tell you from my experience is that I wish I could have some backup plan, maybe like 3 months of saving that, in case things are not good, I will just quit. I will not gonna rely on anyone except myself. And I didn't do that. So please, everyone, as we know, not every work environment is made for good human like you, like me, like us. Be smart and have your own exit plan. Because trust me, you don't want to wait until it's too late, like my situation. I always felt skeptical about luck because I didn't really believe in luck. The reason is because everything that I have, that I got, I have to work hard for that. And I knew I was wrong in that mentality, but that's some other topic. However, in this case, when I decided to resign, I checked my contract. This is where luck actually on my side. The company changed my contract so many times, but they only changed the first page of the contract. In the next page, it's actually said about the resignation notice. Normal contract would have said it's 3 months of notice because I had a permanent contract. But in my case, since they didn't change the next page, I was lucky to only have 4 weeks and I still have my full holiday. So I theoretically only had 2 weeks left from the time I decided to resign, inform my new manager, handed in the resignation, told my colleagues that I resigned. It was super quick. And I was lucky. For the first time in my life, I knew that the universe was on my side and I am on the right path. I didn't plan to just leave. I needed to say what I wanted to say. So I had my final conversation with the CEO. Before I tell you what happened, I want you to understand that I'm a person who is doing everything 1,000% when I am committed to something, including the job. In my view, I have done everything that I could to be a good employee. I asked for help when I needed. I asked for guidance, but nobody heard me in the company. When I met the CEO, they were like, "Oh, so tell me what happened." They were some kind of implied that I have a new job. No, I am sick, and it changed the vibe in the room. The CEO was a bit shocked in that case, and they were like, "Okay, what happened?" So I told them everything. I didn't have any filter. I told them about what happened to me with changing managers so many times, with all this drama that I experienced with the grand manager, and finally the changes that happened to me in the last month, moving me from the design department to marketing department without any conversation. The CEO kind of implied, I'm sorry about what happened to you. Of course, I still believe they are a good person, and they also some sort of took ownership of what happened to me that had something to do with the grand manager because it was impacting many people. I told them it's not all about that. I told them, listen, I want to give feedback to you. Your management sucks, not you, your management. I literally said that right on their face. If I want to talk shit about a company, about you, about whoever it is, I want to make sure I talk shit in front of you. So I gave my feedback. Of course, with that tone of like being told that your management sucks, everyone would be shocked. The CEO basically told me that I am being too hard on my new manager. I am being this and being that. And then I just literally shushed him. I said, like, no, listen to me. This is the feedback. I want you to listen. So I did my speech, everything that I felt inside me that I think it was an impact of a bad management. I just wanted to make sure I use that moment to give feedback and to really pour off all the feelings, the buildups that I feel inside me. I cried because it was emotional. I care about the company. I care about everyone that I left. And I genuinely believe in the CEO and their mission in the company. I didn't regret it. I said what I needed to say. If they take my feedback and do something about it, it's great. But if they don't do anything about it, the least that they can do to me is to listen. Because the problem all along was nobody in the company listened to my problem. After that conversation, I felt a little bit lighter, and then I will have to deal with my own feelings after that. But yeah, that was one afternoon that was full of emotion. It was explosive from my side. Like I said, I always do things 1,000%. When I left the company on that last day, I still care. And I'm someone who will talk a lot when I care. And if I don't care at all, I'm not going to talk at all. Super borderline, I know. But yes, that's the conversation that I had with my CEO. I know maybe some of you going to be like, oh my God, you are not professional. I frankly don't care. Because for me, professionalism is all about what I did in the company. I did the job. I was a performing employee. And yes, I don't speak corporate. I don't do corporate thing. So I will just stay true to myself, being raw, being who I am. And I didn't regret that. When I told this story to people who knows me, to people who cares about me, to people who share my pain, my sorrow in the company, they laugh. They think I'm brave. Yes, I'm brave. But for sometimes I forgot how to be brave because of the situation I was in. Yeah. So that's my story. Burnout taught me so many things, including how important it is to choose yourself and know when to leave a toxic environment and save yourself from it. And also, it's important to be brave, even though I didn't have any backup plan. I didn't have any financial backup. I was just simply being brave. I chose myself and I refuse to stay in a toxic environment that make me sick. In the next episode, I will share more about what happened after I quit. How did I deal with all this, German bureau crazy stuff? And did I end up getting the help from the government or not? Yes, I will tell you all about it. The most important thing is I want you to know that there is nothing more important than your health. That includes your mental health and your mental well being. So, people, please love yourself, choose yourself, and stay healthy. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.
I own my power, I stand so tall, no fear inside, I have it all. My voice is loud, my worth is clear, confidence blooms, I persevere.